Golden Gophers. And the Hawkeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Minnesota's offense will have first crack at this one. A lot of hard-fought, memorable... In this rivalry, the Gophers took a close one last year.
And they've been gloating about it and celebrating that win last year all year long. Not just the fans, but every day in the facility, the players get to walk by the Floyd of Rosedale trophy.
There he goes! They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Buys a little time with his feet. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Minnesota! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will have its first possession of the game. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That costly penalty will give this offense a new set of downs. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Robbins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like a...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Handoff from the gun. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. This rivalry between Iowa and Minnesota even predates Floyd or Rosedale. Goes all the way back to 1891.
It's crazy to think about a rivalry going that far. And it's passed down, and the uniforms changes, and the names change. But it's so cool, the history of this intact. People keeping track of the records, and it means something to those players back then and to these now.
Yeah, tradition, that's one of the things that makes college football the greatest sport in the world. And the fact that you get to have these trophy games, Floyd of Rosedale.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Leaves it with the back. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Brown will throw it. It's complete to the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense. That guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
It'll be a draw. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Brown wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Hauls it in. Smashes through the tackle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gonna look downfield again. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They
was turning into a route, and it's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out quickly. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The offense changing the play. Brown will throw it. They're working that left side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, change.
Touchdown, Minnesota! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, some edge-of-your-seat moments between the Gophers and Hawks. And there's still 2 quarters to go in the fight for the Floyd of Rosedale.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, he could not protect the ball enough.
And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll return it from around the 50. And the returner will be knocked down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moves right down the field and put it in the end zone. Runs through the tackle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pick.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Trying play action. Lost one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
And the Golden Gophers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. Throwing right. Complete downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota! Minnesota has really fattened up that lead, and the Gophers getting close to capturing Floyd.
And the Gophers have done such a great job handling the emotions, handling the moment, getting closer and closer, and they got Iowa in a good spot. They got them down, and let's be honest, offense is usually a challenge for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, and Minnesota's players, David, to me, they just look dialed in. They look like they've spent some extra time in the film room getting prepared for this game because they know what this game means, not just in the Big Ten Conference, but also to both schools. This is one of the great rivalries in college.
Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man to the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw. It's Gay. Thanks to grab. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game. When you're down, they've got to find a way to make something good happen.
He unleashes a long one. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 5 over Cincinnati. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Makes the grab. It's Presley. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Handoff to the lone back.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Goes to the option. Now the toss. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. The Golden Gophers have taken it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Powers through. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Go straight ahead. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long.
It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Gay. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And the sack all the way back at the 5. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. They'll They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Got enough space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough back today.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw, it's Gage. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. So much to the chagrin of the Iowa Hawkeyes, it's Minnesota living high.